It's scalp.
I need to go here. Sir? Stop. Stop by.
All right, welcome back, y'all. It froze. Can y'all hear me now?
I need to, I was just
Is it
saying,
working now on YouTube?
this.
Yes. Okay, it's working. All right. So someone was asking me if I have to pay double for shipping because I have my vendor ship to me first and then I ship to my customer. And I said no, I don't pay double for shipping. And it say how do you pay shipping once? Well, I only have to pay shipping with my vendor. When I ship the hair out to my customers, your customer pay for shipping. So on your website, you have a price that your customers have to pay for you to ship the hair to them. So that's why I only pay for shipping once. So I pay for shipping for my vendor to ship it to me. My customers pay for shipping for me to ship the hair to them. So I'm only paying for shipping once. Yeah, YouTube froze, so I came to your IG. Yes, I just had to restart YouTube. How somebody
Okay.
asked me
Are they coming?
how much do you charge? How much do I charge to make a wig? If you
Okay.
provide your own hair, I charge $75 to make a closure wig and $90 to make a frontal wig. But my prices are going up on February 1st. And I think I actually almost have those services sold out, to be honest. Yes, sis, you still live. I love it. Yes. Um, I need
They,
to refresh this, my YouTube.
they,
Hold on, y'all. On YouTube, I
they
gotta
coming. They coming. They
pull
coming.
up my YouTube again so I can see y'all questions. How do you feel about family members being a brand ambassador? Is it a good idea? If your family member can bring in more traffic for you, like do they have a huge following? If they have a huge following and they're able to get your products in front of an audience that you can get your products in front of, then yes. But if your family member don't have a huge following and they just taking pretty pictures for you, I wouldn't make them a brand ambassador. They just make them a cousin or a family member that supports you. But I would not make them no brand ambassador
What's you?
because you have to see some sort of benefit for your company. Are they gonna bring you more followers? Are they gonna allow you to get more orders? If they can do that for you, then yes, they can be a brand ambassador.
Okay.
But your ambassador is supposed to be able to get you more orders, more sales.
Why you?
Sis, up them prices, know your worth. Exactly. And then add tax. Exactly. Could you do a video about finding individuals to model your wigs?
Oh, he died.
I can do a video about it.
Died.
It's nothing hard about it. Just search up popular people on Instagram and social media and send them a message.
I need a sword.
All right, these are the last two bundles for the wig. I don't know if I want to double the tracks or not.
A sword. Yeah.
All right, I don't think I'm gonna be able to see my YouTube comments. Could you, yeah, you just gotta find people. Do you order from your vendor as your orders come in, or do you order in bulk? I order as my orders come in. So every 2 to 3 days, I place an order with my vendor. Yeah, I don't keep hair on hand. I'm having a hard time keeping the tracks together when sewing them together. Just take your time and move slower. Cause I was having that issue too. You just gotta slow down.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
You might have to change the width of your stitch. So right here, I used to use a 3 for my zigzag stitch, but now I use a 4. So you might have to change it to the widest width of your zigzag stitch.
What the?
Okay, and
He died.
YouTube say I got 2 different live streams up. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I guess I ain't never in the last one. What do you use to draw your lines on your cap? I use a metallic marker.
Let's go.
Yeah, somebody answered it. Thank you. Are you live now? Yes. You are
What? You
highly
got
rated
big
and need to up the prices. Your work speaks for itself.
Thank you.
I agree.
No,
I
that was
really
big.
had to have my prices that low because I mainly make wigs for local customers, and locally, that's where the prices started. So with me being brand new to making wigs for people locally, I had to set my prices at the same price other people are locally selling their wig construction services for. So that price is mainly based off local wig customers.
Oh,
But now that I have a couple of people who have ordered wigs from me locally, and there's a lot of word of mouth going on, so my name is kind of out there locally, I can up my prices now. So my prices will be up come February. Girl, you work hard, you're a mommy, and you need your exactly. That is the truth. How long is your turnaround time for your customers to receive their orders since the vendor sends you the order first? My customers get their order in 7 days. So it'll take them a week to a week and a half to receive their orders. So a week and a half at the most, which is 10 days. So it takes one, two, three, about 4 rows. It takes 4 rows. One, two, three, four. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna double this. So a week to a week and no, like when I say 7 days, I mean 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not business days. So my customers order on Monday, they will receive their package next Monday. Either any time between next Monday and next Wednesday. So it don't take long at all. Typically, when people do order online, whether they're ordering from a clothing company or ordering from anywhere, it typically takes people a week to get their packages. So I don't feel like it's hurting me. Now, if it took my customers 2 weeks to get their packages, then yeah, that probably would hurt me, and I probably would want to keep hair on hand. But if you order today and you get your hair in a week, that's not bad at all. Do you use a mannequin to draw your lines? I put it on my canvas head to draw my lines. I have learned so much from your videos. How do you ensure that your wigs don't end up too small? Um, you have to make sure when you're sewing on the sewing machine that you smooth out your cap. Because if you're sewing over the wrinkles on your wig cap, it's gonna make it too small. So as you're sewing, you want to smooth out your cap. Yes, I still use a zigzag stitch. Um, I used a straight stitch yesterday because when I use the ventilated caps, the back of the caps have plastic. And I was told that it's easier to pull the plastic off with a straight stitch. So I tried it yesterday for the first time, and that is a true statement. So if you're using a ventilated cap that has the plastic on the back, use a straight stitch because it makes it 10 times easier to pull off the plastic. And that's what I had showed on my Instagram live yesterday, so everybody was able to see how much easier it was. All right, so I'm doubling the wefts right now. You just want to keep it together. So sometimes I have to like pinch it right here at the top and pinch it behind the wefts so that they stay together and they stitch together. But you also want to make sure you're using, I don't know if y'all can see, you're using the widest zigzag stitch. So the widest zigzag stitch on my machine is a 4. So that's how I'm able to keep. Jada, go to your room with that tablet, please. Yes. I'm trying to figure out how to use the zigzag while doubling my wefts. And like I mentioned before, I do have an online wig course. I teach you exactly how to use a sewing machine. I teach you exactly how to double the wefts. I teach you everything you need to know about using a sewing machine and then using a sewing machine to make a wig. And I do have a payment plan right now that starts at $65. So if that's an investment that you're willing to take, if you want to learn how to make wigs, you want detailed, quality, up close, personal videos, everything in complete detail, like listed out step by step, please join my online wig course at onlinewigcourse.com. Because right now I'm on live and it's hard for me to really show you exactly what I'm doing, but those videos are extremely detailed. Can you make a video on how to set up a sewing machine you have? I just got the same one. Yeah, I have a video on my online wig course how to set up this sewing machine. Now, I already do have a video on my page, on my YouTube page, showing how I set up my old sewing machine. It's literally the exact same process. But I go over that in my online wig course at onlinewigcourse.com. Okay, hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you. I am. It'll be even better if I get some sleep tonight. Because I don't sleep. I think most of y'all know that I don't sleep. I probably go to bed at 2 o'clock and I wake up at 6 or 7. This whole time I'm sewing, I done ran out of thread. I knew something was off. It's always good to have your bobbins pre-threaded. So when it's time to switch out your bottom thread, you can switch them out easily. Girl, you told us to set a bedtime and you better be asleep by 9. Look, I told y'all that because I want y'all to be better than me. I want y'all to be better than me. I'm struggling over here. But it's cool because you know what? With the law of attraction, I've been asking to have more orders come in, and that's exactly what I got. So I got exactly what I asked for, and due to having more orders come in, that means I get less sleep. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm just thankful and happy that my orders have increased to where I'm not getting any sleep. So, it's cool. Did you line the wefts up on the foot that you raised up? Yeah, you line it up right up under it. YouTube, y'all hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Is it freezing up? Is everything good on YouTube? Because I'm not seeing any questions, and I don't know if it's my computer. What if the customer wants to pay for expedited shipping? They can't be my customer because I can't expedite their package. So it's nothing I can do about that. They will have to shop with a different company. When you start a business, you have to realize that everybody can't be your customer. So it's okay to tell people no. You just let people know up front. Like, I don't keep hair on hand. It takes me a few days to get the hair. If you're looking to expedite, you know, your package, unfortunately, I can't help you at this time. But going forward, I recommend that you give yourself enough time to receive your package. That's all. But everybody can't be your customer, so don't stress out over it. You can't expedite packages. So when I used to sew with the machine, my needle and thread would get stuck, and the bobbin thread would be all messed up. Do you know a possible cause for that? Yeah, the tension. Is something wrong with your tension settings, or your machine was threaded incorrectly? So it's all about how you thread your machine and what settings you keep the tension on. Sometimes you got to play around with it. The more you use your machine, because I've been seeing a lot of posts about people saying that sewing machines have to be maintenance, and I was like, why does sewing machine got to be maintenance? But it's true. Sewing machines have to be maintenance. I've never had to get mine maintenance before. But using your sewing machine a lot can throw your tension off. So your tension might not be as tight as it used to be. So you have to constantly change and adjust your tension settings and make sure you're threading your machine properly, and it will fix that issue. Yes, everything is a blessing in its own way with the line in the middle. You put it under. You just put it under there. When you're doing a zigzag stitch, the needle is going around your wefts. So you want to line up your weft to where when you put the needle down, the needle is going from side to side around the weft. If that makes sense. Okay, thank you. It's most likely the tension because I don't know where to change that setting and know nothing about that. I'm actually going to make a YouTube video about troubleshooting issues with your sewing machine. So that's a YouTube video I'm going to come up with. The best thing to do to figure out what your issue is to use two different color threads. So let's say your top thread is black, but your bobbin, you use pink thread, and then you would just do like a practice stitch on here, and based on what your practice stitch looks like, you can determine what the issue is. So if I was to sew, if my bottom stitch was pink, so pretend that this is pink, this side is pink, and my top stitch is black, that means when I look on this side, I should not see any pink thread. So if you're having issues with your machine jamming, chances are you're going to see pink thread on the front side and black thread on the back. And they're not supposed to be on both sides. So that's like a good way to try to like figure out what your issue is by using two different color threads. Remember, every time you switch out you rethread your machine, you always want to practice your stitch before you start back sewing on your wig cap. Yes, we can hear you. Love the video on the home office. Thank you. What do you charge to make a wig for a customer? Right now, for a closure wig, I charge $75. For a frontal wig, I charge $90. My prices will go up starting February 1st. Wow, yes, thank you. I get so frustrated and just stop, but different thread is a great idea. Yes, it is frustrating. All right, I think I threaded my machine wrong. Something's wrong here. Or not. Maybe it's not threaded wrong. It's not. When it comes to using a sewing machine, you have to think of it like riding a bike. You know, when you were younger and you saw everybody else riding a bike and you wanted to ride your bike, it was so intimidating because it's something you never done before and you don't know how to use it. And when you first use a bike, it ain't like you're perfect at it. You're never perfect at it right away. You're gonna fall down. You're not gonna know how to brake. So you're gonna get a lot of obstacles while you're trying to learn how to ride a bike. But once you get it down, you have it down forever. So it's the same thing with a sewing machine. Right now, with your thread acting up, that's just equivalent to you just keep falling off the bike. That's all. You just gotta get back up and keep trying and figure out what you're doing wrong. So you're just getting there. You're closer and closer. That's all. Don't give up. You gotta keep practicing. But once you figure out how to not fall off that bike, you set for life. So once you figure out how to fix your thread, if that's your only issue is fixing your thread, then you're good. That's just one thing you have to figure out. Alright, so you always want to practice your stitches to make sure when you start stitching on your wig cap that your stitches are good. Okay? You gotta check it front and back. On YouTube, the light is too bright. Y'all can't really see. Yeah, the light's too bright. Thank you so much. I'll try it tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, so I doubled. Okay, no, I was in the process of doubling this bundle. Alright. So far for this, my customer, she gave me a 6x6 closure and 5 bundles. So I doubled 4 bundles. The last bundle I'm not going to double. So I'm only doubling 4 bundles. Excuse me. Really, Jay? It's only 6 o'clock. That's good. It's only 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah, I think that's what it said. 6:30. That's good. I thought it was later than what it is. So, hey.
What?
Welcome to the live. I'm just doubling my last bundle. So this is the fourth bundle that I'm doubling for this wig. All right, nobody have no questions. It done got quiet. No questions? No questions? All right. Hey, anybody just joining in? I'm on live. I'm on live on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. I'm making a wig for clients, and I'm just answering questions if anybody has questions. We're waiting to see this wig, girl. Oh, that's what y'all doing? All right. Hey, girl. Is there a specific sewing machine for beginners? No, there's no specific sewing machine. Any sewing machine will do. Yes, this wig is for a client. So she mailed in her hair to my P.O. box. She actually sent in here for 2 wigs. So I'm actually making 2 wigs. This is the first wig. So do you make the entire wig on a sewing machine? Yes, I do. I hand stitch on the frontal and the closure, but I go back over it with the sewing machine. Can't wait. So, yeah. So I make the entire wig on the sewing machine. I would play some 90s R&B like we was listening to yesterday. But YouTube don't let you play music. So I would play some music, but YouTube ain't gonna let us play no music. Because we was jamming yesterday.
What?
Do you make more wigs or selling bundles? I make more selling bundles. But me selling wigs is still fairly new. The customer has to provide their hair. Yeah, that's one of the options I have for wigs. So if the customer want to provide their own hair, that's fine. If they want to order a wig using the hair from my hair company, that's fine. Either or is good. It's a service that I provide. I bought a sewing machine from the thrift store, but I'm nervous that it won't work properly. It probably will work. My last sewing machine was from the thrift store. It probably was at the thrift store because somebody grandma died and they didn't know what to do with the with the sewing machine, so they just donated it. That's probably what happened. I hate to say it, but that's probably what happened. What tension should the sewing machine be on when making a wig? It depends. You have to play around with it because it's gonna vary based on how many times you use your sewing machine. Because you're gonna have to constantly adjust the tension. When I first got this machine, my tension was on a 3, somewhere between the 3 and the 4. But now my tension is on a 7. Do you add straps inside? I add elastic bands if my customers request it. But I do add wig combs. But it's up to what the customer wants. How do you make different size wigs with the machine? You have to use the right size wig cap depending on the head circumference. So depending on your customer's head circumference depends on the size wig cap that you use, or it lets you know if you have to adjust your wig cap so that it perfectly fits their head. So you might have to take off extra fabric from your wig cap I explain it in detail with my online wig course. I mean, I explain it perfectly. Can you give me tips on finding a hair vendor? I have a YouTube video about finding a hair vendor, and I also created an ebook if you still need additional help after using, after watching my YouTube video. If you still need additional help, I do have an ebook on how to find a hair vendor. My first tip would be to take your time. Do not rush the process because finding a vendor is definitely a process. It's not going to be something that happens for you overnight. It may take you weeks. It may take you months. Just always keep in mind that your vendor is like the key to your hair company because you want to sell high quality hair. You want to sell great quality hair. So just take your time. I mean, I have a lot of tips on my YouTube video, so I would just recommend when you're done watching a live video to watch my YouTube video. Because there's just a lot of moving parts, and it's a lot of steps, if I can be completely honest. Adjustable or regular band. I use a regular band, elastic band. Um, I don't know much about adjustable bands yet. Maybe that's something I need to research. My YouTube is everything, Ebony. Do you sew the tracks on the lines or in between? Both. The lines are just to make sure I am sewing the hair straight and I'm not sewing them crooked. They're just a guideline. They're not set in stone. So you can do whatever you feel you need to do. You can sew on the lines, you can sew in between. There's no exact science to it. It's nothing is set in stone. You do what you want to do. But it's just to make sure that you're not sewing on your tracks crooked. How many wigs do you typically make in one day? It varies. Lately, it seems like I've been making 3 wigs a day. That's what it seemed like. It varies. I have no control over when people order wigs from me. So some days I don't make wigs at all. Some days I make 1 wig a day. Some I make 2. Some I make 3. But every day is not the same. So I'm just taking it day by day. Hey, Ebony. Hey. Thank you so much. No problem. Yeah. And if you still can't find my YouTube page, once you're done watching this live, just send me a DM and I'll send you the link to my YouTube page. But yeah, I have like 30, 40 videos on YouTube and I explain in detail many different things about starting your hair business. Hey, I use the same stretchy cap for all sizes, so I'm worried about using a machine, which I already bought. Um, when I first started making wigs, I was using a one size fits all cap, and I no longer use it because it just, I don't know. It takes longer to make wigs when I use that cap. I just don't like it. I'm about to go ahead and sew hand stitch on the closure so I can get an idea of how I want to lay my last few tracks. But when it comes to wig making, getting the right size is so key. Everybody's size ain't the same head size. So if you have like a one size fits all cap or something, there is a way that you can adjust the cap size down to fit smaller head types and stuff. Is it best to use a canvas head or foam head? Canvas head. There's no reason to use a foam head. A foam head have a circumference of 17 inches. The average head size is 22 and a half. So if you're making a wig on a foam head, chances are the wig is going to come out too small. It's not going to fit your customer's head. Hey girl, been watching you all evening. Glad I caught you live. Thanks for watching. What hair are you using to make that wig? Hair that my customer sent. I have no idea where she got the hair from. I think it's a deep wave or a deep curly. The packaging does not indicate what type of hair it is or where it came from. How did you settle on your brand name? I'm having a hard time deciding. For me, I did curly hair only at first because I only wanted to sell curly hair at the time. Because I was natural, curly hair was the only hair that I could blend with my hair type without frying my leave out. So when I came out with curly hair only, it made sense. I'm only selling curly hair, so curly hair only. Now I changed it to the Everything Ebony collection. I came up with the name Everything Ebony years ago. All of my friends and coworkers, they were always coming to me asking me for like a new business venture because they know I'm very creative and I know how to make money doing different things. So it's just like, dang, Ebony know how to do everything. Like that was kind of like the joke. So it's just like, okay, everything Ebony because I do everything. I'm a jack of all trades. So that's how I came up with that. Because my YouTube started to get popular, I figured why not just do it like the Everything Ebony collection? Because when I had curly hair only, I was limiting myself to only selling curly hair. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to kind of branch out from curly hair. Also, for some reason, my brand was speaking to a older audience, and I'm trying to target younger girls. Not that much younger, but like girls from 20 to 30. Women from 20 to 30. How often do you change your vendors for your hair? The vendors I have now are the same vendors I had since 2011. I'm not changing my vendors. My vendors are very reliable. They send me the same quality over and over again. I trust them and I don't feel the need to change my vendors. What made you start using a sewing machine? I'm thinking of doing the same thing. I've always known how to use a sewing machine. I used to make my own clothes. And one weekend I was so pissed. Well, it was like a Friday. I had like 3 weeks to hand stitch. And I just knew I was going to be done by the end of the night. No, I did not finish those wigs until like Sunday. My whole weekend was wasted. I had stuff that I wanted to do that weekend. I could not do what I wanted to do. I was fed up. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I know how to use a sewing machine. Like, when it comes to sewing clothes, you can hand stitch clothes, but using a sewing machine has always been faster. So I was like, why not just use a sewing machine? So I looked it up on YouTube. It was probably like three girls on there making wigs on the sewing machine. But their quality of their videos was terrible. Like you can't even see what it was doing. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna try to make one on the sewing machine. I did and it came out decent. So I just kept practicing. You're very creative. Love watching you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. That is why my wig can't fit me. Yeah, because if you're making it on a small head, that's like a child's head. Wait, Jaden. I have a small head, and when I made my wig by hand, it came out too big. Huh?
You should watch it. You have to go by.
Huh?
I said, wait to watch it. You should go by.
I can't hear what you're saying. Your teeth missing. You ain't pronouncing words right. I have a small head. When I made my wig by hand, it came out too big. Were you using the right canvas head size? Because if you have like a size 21 circumference, you have to make sure you make your wig on a 21 size canvas head. Where did you get your ring light from? Amazon. Where did you get the phone tripod? Walmart. So Walmart for my phone tripod. It's in the camera section. It costs like $10. It might cost $8. How many packs do you use for a full lace wig? A full lace wig means it's lace all over the wig. So I don't make full lace wigs. If you're talking about a wig with a lace closure or frontal, I only use 2 to 3 bundles. But this particular customer wanted me to use 5, which I usually don't do. But I'm trying to make it work for this customer because that's what she wants. She like her hair is super full. I want to buy a sewing machine. Should I get a particular kind? No. All sewing machines work the same way. Just don't get no handheld machine. So you need different heads then. Yes, ma'am. I have 5 different canvas heads. You have to get one in every size. Is your ring like 63 inches? I have no idea. This is a 6x6. Yeah, this is the customer with the 6x6 closure. The wig that I'm making. If you're talking about the wig that I'm wearing, now I use a 4x4 closure. Alright, so let me move everything over so I can go back over to the canvas head. y'all can see. All right, Instagram can see. YouTube barely. Okay, y'all barely can see on YouTube. Sorry. I might have to these cords wrapping up on each other. All right, YouTube can see a little better now. All right. Where is the closure? All right, so this is the closure. It's huge. It's 6 by 6. It's pretty much the same size as my face. I don't think 6 by 6 closures are necessary. If y'all are on YouTube, I can't see your comments right now, so I'm sorry. I don't think a 6 by 6 closure is necessary because if you know how to style your closures right, you can make any of your closures look wide. Like I have a 4 by 4 closure, but because of how I styled my baby hairs, it looks wider. So I don't think 6 by 6 closures are necessary. Where's that bag of stuff I just got from Walmart? It's on the table. Hold on. Is this what I just got? No. You're just gonna say something every time I talk, huh? I just got some stuff from Walmart. All right. I had to buy some more pens because I don't know what happened to my pens. Have you tried the method when you cut the frontal into a 7-inch closure to make it glueless? I tried it. The wig I'm wearing right now, damn. I don't know why I told y'all this is a 4 by 4. This is a frontal. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. I lied. I definitely lied. I'm thinking that I have in a different wig. So I don't know why I said that. This is actually a frontal that I have on. But I make all my wigs. When I have closure wigs, I'm able to make them to where they look like frontals. Yes, so I did the cut frontal method on this wig, like my first time trying it, and I cut the frontal like right there and right there. So, I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's perfect because it's not perfect. But my first time trying it, it actually looks halfway decent. So I just got to practice it some more. But yeah, it seemed like the cut frontal method, or some people call it a frontal closure, it seemed like that is the only way to get a glueless frontal, because even if you do your frontal from ear to ear and you use the elastic bands, your ear tabs are still going to lift, so it's never 100% glueless, as people like to make it seem. So it does seem like the cut, Jaden, it does seem like the cut frontal method is the route to go if you want to have a glueless frontal. I'm trying to put this on correctly. Honestly, this 6 by 6 closure might as well have been a cut frontal, because it's only 1 inch off from being a cut frontal, if we can be completely honest. I'm gonna send you, yeah, if you want to send me something, just let me know. I'm sorry, y'all on YouTube. Once I sit down, I'll be able to start back answering y'all questions, because I'm reading y'all comments from my laptop, and because I'm up, I can't see y'all comments. Right now, I'm just pinning down the closure in place, because I'm going to hand stitch the closure down first, and then I'm going to go back over to the sewing machine to go back over the stitch with the sewing machine. Right, trying to make sure it's on there correctly. My live just ended on Instagram. Share live. This closure is huge, y'all. I honestly wouldn't recommend it. I prefer the 4x4 closures because they're simple. And realistically, nobody's gonna wear their part that far back on their head. What length closure is that? The length, I have no idea. It gotta be 20 inches long or something. Because the hair is 28 inches long. It was 328 bundles, 226 bundles, and a closure. So, it's just a lot of hair. Trying to pin it down correctly so I can sew it correctly. The front is pinned down, it's just the sides. I'm back. I was wondering why it got so quiet. Perfect. So that side is good. This side is good. The back isn't good. I'm not winning right now. I'm gonna send you one of the hair that I'm testing for you to make a wig for me, and would you let me know if it's good quality? I can let you know like initially what I think about the hair, but the only way to tell if the hair is good quality is by actually wearing the hair, and I wouldn't be able to actually wear the hair. This Tell something. This closure gives me a run for my money. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to actually test. Like the only way to really test out the quality of the hair is by actually wearing it. Cause sometimes even fresh out the package, some people hair it just feel rough and stuff. But after that first wash, sometimes it come to life. So it's just a lot of different variables. Yeah, you can wear it. I'm not gonna wear it. I'm not gonna wear it. Y'all, this chunk is huge. I mean, it really is. It's bigger than my head. Like the closure really stopped. If you put it on your head, the closure stopped like right here, and nobody's parting their hair all the way back here. So I feel like the 6x6 is pointless. I understand people like more parting space, but you don't need it to go that far back. All right. This y'all stressing me out. See, this is why I decided to go to sleep yesterday.
Yeah, I was sleepy too.
I'm gonna have to put that on my website. No 6x6 closures.
I was scared.
Usually bad hair tells on itself after 2 weeks. I agree. After 2 weeks and you wash that hair for that first time, that junk will mat up and tangle like nobody's business. Yeah, I'm gonna put on my website no 6x6 closures because I'm not dealing with this. Uh-oh, y'all can't see on Instagram, huh?
I see what this little a salty's head goes down. Yeah.
And you definitely want to make sure when you put it on your closure that everything is nice and smooth because You don't want your closure to be lumpy. That's why I'm trying to make sure it's nice and smooth. It's nice and tight on all sides. And it's not like, all right, I finally got it. That it's not like bulging up on the sides or anything. Because that's just tragic. YouTube, did I freeze over there? Am I still working on YouTube? Because on my laptop it showed that I'm frozen. Let me double check. Alright. I don't think YouTube froze. Okay, I need needle and thread. Somebody said it looked nice already. Thank you.
A scar? That is a scar. No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm taking 6x6. Like if you got 6x6, it ain't gonna work. You might as well just get a frontal.
All the good scar. Oh, that's very cold. It's out there right here.
Just wondering, why don't you put the closure on first? Because I don't like all that extra hair to be in the way. When you're on the sewing machine, the less hair in the way possible, the best. And I don't want to start off with all that extra hair in the way. But when I first started making wigs, I did start off by sewing the closure on first. But now, I don't want to have all the unnecessary hair on the way. You know, you are good. Thanks for all your advice. Thank you. Hey. Alright, so we're just going to stitch down this closure. And then I'm going to do these last few rows on the sewing machine. And I'm going to go back over the closure with the sewing machine. And then it'll be time to style the hair. Well, I have to bleach the knots and stuff. I'm trying to think if I want to do that. I'm probably not going to show that part on camera because I'm going to wait until the second wig is done too, so that I can bleach the knots on all the wigs at the same time. So I'm probably not going to be able to show the styling of the hair. I can probably pluck the hair, so I can probably show y'all me plucking the hair. But like bleaching the knots and like getting the finished style, probably not gonna be able to show y'all because I'm gonna do about 3 weeks. I'm gonna have to do them all at once tonight. I might get back on live later tonight to show y'all that.
That'd be dope.
But it's a Sunday night. Y'all gonna be getting ready for bed, or do y'all want me to come back and show y'all? So I ain't trying to keep y'all up if y'all gotta go to work tomorrow. That would be selfish. Selfish of me. But yeah, I got 3 weeks that gotta go out tomorrow. So the first wig I made yesterday on my Instagram live. This is the second one, and I have a third one, and I'm just gonna bleach the knots, pluck and style them later tonight. But I wanna sit down and eat dinner and stuff first. Is it possible to take a track off? I shrunk my first machine wig by accident. It's possible, it just takes time. It's easier because you have to cut off the stitching. It's easier if you take like an eyebrow razor and you cut off the sewing machine stitches that way. It's a process. Like it's not gonna be easy to take down, but it's possible. It might take you a couple hours to do. But it's definitely possible. But the whole idea of using the sewing machine is kind of to have the stitches in place so where it's not going to come off like ever. Like the sewing machine really stitch it in real good. So it's like it's not meant to be taken off the cap. Is it possible? Yes, but it's gonna take you some time.
He's down there and going.
Right now, I'm just hand stitching down the closure. That way, when I go back to the sewing machine, I know exactly how it's supposed to be stitched on. And all I'm gonna do on the sewing machine, I'm just gonna go back over it to reinforce the stitches. I have a YouTube video of how to make a closure wig on a sewing machine. Everything you see me doing now is the same exact thing I did in that video. That's like one of the first videos I made on YouTube. So it's a very detailed video how to make a closure wig on a sewing machine start to finish. So everything I did then is the same thing I'm doing now. Much hasn't changed. I'm using a different sewing machine now, but it's really not that much of a difference between both machines. I'm using a different wig cap, but as far as stitching the wefts on the wig cap, all of that still remained the same. So that's if anybody was wondering. If you need help, if you want to learn how to make a sewing machine, if you want to learn how to make a sewing machine wig, or if you want to learn how to use a sewing machine, maybe you don't know how to use a sewing machine, maybe you hand stitch, right? Maybe you hand stitch and you want to go from hand stitching to machine stitching, but you don't know how to use a sewing machine. I do have online wig courses, and they start at $65. And I teach you how to use a sewing machine and how to make a wig using a sewing machine. And that's at onlinewigcourse.com. I bought your course. It's so helpful. I just messed up the last 2 tracks. Oh man, that's fine. Like I said, when it comes to wig making, you have to think of it as riding the bike. When you learn how to ride a bike, it's intimidating at first. You don't know how to use it. When you start practicing riding the bike, you fall off the bike a lot. So all you did, if you made it that far but the last 2 tracks, all that means is that you know how to ride your bike without falling off, but you forgot how to stop. That's all that means. So it's just like riding a bike. You know how to ride the bike, but for some reason at the end you forgot how to stop. You forgot how to brake. So that's all right. That's all right. It comes with time, but you're so close. Hey. I actually need to go back to my wig course and answer any questions. I do try to, because I do have a section where people who take the course can write in the comments if they need like additional help. And I did go and answer some of the comments last week sometime, but I need to go back in to see if anybody have additional questions. What's the website again? onlinewigcourse.com. So yeah, onlinewigcourse.com, or you can go to everythingebony.com and click on that wig class at the top. You click on the link and it'll take you directly to the website, but it's onlinewigcourse.com. Alright, so I sewed down the closure, trying to get these pins out of the way. Now I'm going to go back to the sewing machine. I'm looking to see if I need to adjust. Yeah, I do need to adjust my guidelines. This is, I want to do, let me see. I'm going to adjust my guidelines. Were you able to fit all 5 bundles? I got 4 bundles in now. So yes, I'm able to fit all 5 because I still got one last bundle to fit.
No.
I missed my question look up. You missed my question look up. Do you have siblings? Because you, the big sis, I would like to have. Girl, I got it. I got 4 brothers and 2 sisters. So yes, I got siblings.
Nice.
I used to be the youngest until the younger ones came in. So I was the youngest sibling for about 11 years, and then my mom had the twins.
You got my
So
brother.
she had my little brothers, the twins, and then after that she had my baby brother.
Baby.
So I was the baby
Nice.
for 11 years.
Nice. You.
Jalen, hush, you don't know, it's before your time.
You can't say.
When making wigs, how can you add a 4th or 5th bundle? Because I have seen people wanting really full wigs. You gotta double the wefts. You gotta really double the wefts and sew them close together. You gotta double the wefts. So I doubled the wefts to 4 bundles. You gotta sew it really close together. Alright.
What? You still talking?
I gotta adjust my lines. From there to there. From here to here. Here. From here to here. Yeah. Do you prefer hand sewing or using a machine? I will never hand stitch a wig again. And when I say never, I mean never. You couldn't pay me to hand stitch. It just takes too much time. You could not pay me to hand stitch. It's like walking and using a car. Like after you learn how to use a car, you have no purpose. You have no reason to walk. Now, if you had absolutely no choice, yes, you could go back to walking. But why walk when you can ride a car? So it's the same way with using a sewing machine and hand stitching. It's the same way. It's like walking and using a car. Well, Jaden, hush. Ain't nobody ask you. How long did it take you to hand stitch wigs in one day? I don't know. I don't remember. It took too long. That's all I know. I don't remember how long it was taking me, but it took too long. And I have been hand stitching wigs for a long time. I hand stitched my first wigs maybe when I was in the 10th grade. So that had to be like 2009. Jaden Hush. That had to be like 2009. It's been a long time, okay? So I've been hand stitching wigs for a long time.
Stop talking.
Yeah, a metallic Sharpie.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
While walking, you can drive. So,
No,
I'm not hand stitching. All right, YouTube.
YouTube.
Good analogy. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
All right. YouTube, I can finally see the questions y'all was asking.
I was the question asking.
Alright, so the hair I'm using to make this wig is hair that was provided by a customer. I have no idea where she got this hair from. All I know is that it was 5 bundles in a 6x6 closure, and that it's either a deep curly or a deep wave. That's all I know about the hair. I don't know what company it come from. I don't know if she sell hair. I don't know any of that. I use different size canvas head for different head sizes. But doing that on the machine is what I can't figure out. No, it's depending on When you're using a sewing machine, you just stitch it on the cap. You always make sure the cap is smoothed out as you're sewing. So if you're using a mesh dome cap perfectly fits a size 22 to 23 head circumference. If your customer is a size 20 circumference and you use the mesh dome cap, you will have to take off the extra fabric on your mesh dome caps so that your cap is now a size 20 instead of a size 22, 23. And all you do when you take that customized cap over to your sewing machine, you sew the hair on the cap, but you just keep the cap smooth. That way the cap does not stretch out and it does not shrink while you're sewing on the cap. So that's all. You just when you're sewing and I kind of have a very good video on my wig course, that online wig course, so you can see, because right now you can't really see. But when you put the cap onto the sewing machine, the cap is bunched up. Hey Jaden, y'all hear him? The cap is bunched up, okay? Hold on. If I had
Okay.
hush Jaden. So when you put the cap on the wig on the machine, the cap be bunched and wrinkled up like this. You still can't see, but I'm trying to like. It's kind of hard to say, but it be wrinkled. You see how it's kind of wrinkled on my hand? It's wrinkled. It's wrinkled on my hand. So when you're sewing on the sewing machine, you have to always make sure the cap is nice and smooth out. So you just smooth out the cap on the sewing machine as you're sewing. Because if you're sewing this machine while the cap is still wrinkled and have all these creases in it, your cap is going to be too small. Or if as you're sewing and you're pulling on your cap. So if you're sewing and you're pulling on your cap like this as you're sewing, then your wig cap is going to be stretched because you're pulling on your cap as you're sewing. So that's why your wig cap is too big. If you're pulling on it like this as you're sewing, or if you are sewing and your cap still got like all those wrinkles and creases and indents in it, your cap is going to be too small. So once you adjust your cap down to the right size if need be, so this dome cap fits a size 22 and 23 head circumference perfectly, okay? It's nice and snug on those head types. If your customer has a size 20 head circumference, you're going to take out the extra fabric and make this a size 20, okay? And all you have to do is when you take the cap over to the sewing machine, you have to keep the cap nice and smooth as you are sewing so that you're not sewing over any wrinkles and creases. And you also have to make sure you're not stretching out the cap. Now, um, like I said, my online wig course at onlinewigcourse.com, I have a better video where you can see up close and personal, zoomed all the way in, and it shows you like in detail exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is it possible to start a hair online company from the Caribbean? I honestly don't know because I live in the United States. And all of the advice that I give is typically, like when it comes to finding a vendor and starting my business, is typically with starting a business from the United States. I would recommend, really, Jada? Son, y'all can't see him on Instagram, but he definitely on YouTube. um, I would recommend looking at other business owners that are in the Caribbean and maybe reaching out to them and asking them what their process is and what they recommend. But I can't tell you if it's a good fit. If so y'all see him snag a tooth. He missing all his teeth. I cannot tell you if it's a good fit for you to start a business in the Caribbean. I know for some islands, countries, and all that other good stuff, that the shipping cost is just too much, or the customs fee is too much to keep your prices low and competitive. So you would just have to research, look at other hair businesses where you live, and go from there. Emily, if you don't mind, how tall are you and what size pants do you wear? I am 5'7". I'm 5'7". I don't wear pants no more because pants
Yes,
are
you
uncomfortable. I wear leggings. And I wear size extra large. I'm thinking I'm like a size 14 or 16 in jeans, but I don't wear jeans no more because jeans are uncomfortable to me. But
You
today,
wear jeans.
hush. Today I actually started the keto diet, the ketogenic diet. So after a week, I'll make a YouTube video. But I'm trying to get back. I need to lose some weight, y'all, because that don't make no sense. I got on the scale. I'm 235 pounds now, and that's my highest weight. So I gotta get I gotta at least get down to 200. I'd be real comfortable at 200. But I mean, I'm comfortable now. I'm comfortable in my skin. I don't mind being bigger, a big girl, but I don't want to get
No,
to a
you
point.
aren't. You're not bigger.
I'm not a big girl.
Uh-uh.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Jaden.
No,
He's so goofy.
I'm
Um,
not.
yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
So I honestly don't mind being a big girl. Like I love my chubby cheeks and everything. But if I'm gonna be a big girl still, I at least want to be toned. Cause some of my skin's starting to get a little flappy. I want to at least be toned. But yeah, I gotta start another weight loss journey.
No, you
Hopefully I don't get
don't.
pregnant again like I did last time.
No, you don't.
Cause last time I was starting a weight loss journey and then bam, I was pregnant. Um, hey y'all. All right, how should I determine prices for wigs?
No, you don't wear it.
I don't wear wigs.
No.
This my real hair?
No.
No. So what is it? If I don't wear wigs and it's not my real hair, what is it?
That's Mario hair.
That's Mario hair.
Yes.
Okay. Cause you think that's funny. Okay.
No,
Um, when it comes to determining prices and setting prices, you always want to make sure you set your prices to where whatever your customer give you, that should be enough to cover all of the materials you use and all of the hair you use to make the wig. When it comes to profit is going to depend on how much you think you're worth and how much you would like to receive afterwards. Some people are okay with a profit of $5. Me, I'm not okay with that. But it depends on the person.
that's not mine.
You might want a profit of $100. So it's when it comes down to how much you want to profit, it's based on the person.
Oh, ow.
I don't see why not. Check out Amazon sellers, Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and check your Alibaba vendors.
You're not the boss anymore.
Do you style the wigs after you sew them? Yes, I style the wigs.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I
No, you
style the
don't.
wigs. I do baby hairs. I pluck. I bleach the
You don't
knots.
do
The
baby
whole
hair.
9 yards. Good analogy. Thank you. Do you pluck the edges? Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I don't know how to make wigs. Can I start my hair company by buying wigs from vendors? Which one is more beneficial? I don't know which one is more beneficial. You can resell wigs that your vendors already make. I don't think that would be an issue. Even if you do resell them, I mean, some people work with like full lace wigs and they'll customize the hairline and they will style the hair and then sell it that way. It's completely up to you. Most wig makers, we make our own wigs because it's something we actually enjoy doing. We enjoy making. We're like hands-on people, arts and crafts type of people. So it's something that we love to do, so we don't mind doing it. But I can't really tell you like what's the differences. Well, maybe you get more of a customized fit when you make the wig yourself. Where if you was to order a wig from a vendor, sometimes it's like a one size fits all, or it's not like a perfect fit, as perfect of a fit as it should be. How much did you pay for the sewing machine you are using now, and where did you get it from? I paid $80 from Walmart. Oh my God, there's a spider behind you. There's a white label company, company for almost everything. You just need to research.
No.
Yes, there are private label companies for everything. Hi, I just got hair from a vendor. The top of the weft was very short, prices of hair. 1 inch,
There's a
short
lot
pieces of hair. Do you
hair.
know if this is normal? Yes, that is
No.
considered the beard. So all bundles have a beard on them. Typically, they're not as long as 1 inch. That's just when like they fold the hair over to make the weft. So it's called a beard. Um, I feel like raw hair, the beards on raw hair is more
Mom, you
noticeable.
bad.
It just depends on if that's just something you like or not. Typically, they're not as long. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Typically, they're not as long, but all
Yes,
hair
they
have them.
are. Yes, they are.
It's not. Yes, they are. Or maybe it is. If you take a piece off of the mesh dome cap, won't that remove the elastic band? No, it won't remove it. Hey, handsome little guy. They talk about you, Jaden. Do you make clothes? I used to, but I
Yes,
don't.
you are. He's talking to me.
I'm on keto now. I started 2 weeks ago, and I'm 10 pounds down. That's awesome. I want to try that too. You're not a big girl at all. You're nice. Thank you. You don't
We're
look like
not bigger.
you don't look like a big girl. Well, thank you. Y'all are so sweet and nice.
No, they're not sweet and nice. They baby nice.
Hush, Shannon. You're not making no sense now.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
All right, let's see what Instagram's saying. That was a good question because I also live in the Caribbean and it's hard, and PayPal don't work with some Caribbean island. I meant to ask if you were doing keto because I heard you say you use coconut flour or almond flour. I can't recall. Yep, I said coconut flour. Yep.
No, you don't. No, you
So
didn't.
having an online business is a no-no. I've been trying to start a business for over 2 years now, and I can't because of the payment gateway. All right. So are you talking about selling like from the Caribbean? I thought you was. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was pregnant. I had a miscarriage, but all is well. I trust God, so I'm not down about it at all. At a point in time, I did have my moments, but they didn't last long. I've been on keto,
Mom,
very lenient
someone tell me some Hannah. That wasn't me.
for 2 months with minimum exercise, and I lost 11 pounds so far. That's great. All right, I need to go and finish this.
No, you don't.
So is this the only thing you do, or do you do work? I do way more than this. I still work a 9 to 5. So Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I work a 9 to 5. I get home. I'm shipping out orders. I'm making wigs. I'm doing personalized business reviews. I'm making YouTube videos. Honestly, work never stops for me. I go to work and I go to my 9 to 5 and work full time. I come home and I work full time. So I don't sleep.
Yes, you do.
I don't sleep enough.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
What do they mean? This is work.
Good.
I kind of was thinking the same thing, but right, this is work.
No, it don't. You know what? Well, it's like this.
I think they meant like, is this the only work that I do? Yeah, I do a lot. Jaden said it was 6.
I'm not 6. I'm
Yeah,
7.
I'm trying to make some more. I'm trying to write some more ebooks. It's a lot that I'm trying to do.
I'm 7.
But this ain't the only thing I do. I do a lot.
Like this.
And take care of your family. Hell, that's work. Definitely. Definitely.
Stop talking.
It ain't enough time in the day for me.
Yes, it are.
No, it's not.
Yes, it are.
It's not yes, it are. It's yes, it is, Jaden.
Yes, it is a bad word.
Yes, it is. It's not a bad word.
Yes, it are.
Y'all, Jaden about to go to sleep early. Is it 8 o'clock yet? Nope, but it's almost 7:30. Somebody need to take a bath and get ready for school tomorrow.
You.
I gotta take a bath and get ready for school.
Yes.
I go to school.
Yes.
What grade am I in?
First grade.
First grade. You're so funny. Do you use a specific thread? Nope. I use regular thread from Walmart, all-purpose thread. I think it's by
I'm not
Coates
messing
and
with
Clark.
your
I think
hair.
that's what it's called.
I'm not messing with your hair.
What, Jada?
I'm not messing with your hair.
You're not messing with my hair.
No.
Okay, why would you say that? That's random.
I'm not.
You are the definition of a boss woman. Thank you. Let me see. Jaden, leave that hair alone. This is the thread that I use.
Wait.
So it's regular thread from Walmart. Yeah, y'all can't see it on YouTube because it's bright. But it's like regular on-purpose thread. It costs maybe $1 to $2. When you first started machine sewing, did you have issues with getting your hair caught up? Yes, I definitely did. Yep, I did. Where are my scissors? Janie, you give me my scissors from off the window thing. Hey. There's a lot of hair on this wig, y'all. Thank you. Alright, so I'm on the last bundle, the 5th bundle of hair. And I'm not gonna double this bundle.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to double this bundle.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I think this is deep wave. Yeah, so this is deep wave. Of course, when you wet it and stuff, it's gonna look real curly. But
No,
this
you
is deep
don't.
wave.
Let it down.
And the hair actually feel really good.
What?
The hair feel really soft and really good. I will say that.
What?
Some customers, they give me hair and they feel like plastic. Like right out the bag, it feel like plastic. Slay, girl, slay. Thank you. Can you make a video on how to make customs, see and wig? How to make custom sewing wigs? Hey, y'all.
Mom, I'm just looking at the TV. My time is go out. Oh, I can't get it. Then
Jada, go take a bath.
What? Not me. You did.
There's a lot of hair though. You make sewing the wigs easy, but it's not. It's very challenging. You have to, it's all about how you think of it. I would not think of it as being very challenging. Just think of it as your beginning. And in the beginning, you can never get it down pat. So when you're a beginner, you're not going to get it on the first try. It might take you 10 tries to get it, but once you get it, you will have it down pat. You got to think of it like riding a bike. When you first ride a bike, you're not going to be a pro at riding the bike. It's going to take you some time. You're going to fall down a whole bunch of times when you're riding the bike. But eventually you get it. And once you learn how to ride that bike, you learn how to ride a bike forever. So I'm making it look easy, but that's only because I've been making wigs on the sewing machine for a while now. So that's why it looks easy. And it actually is easy. Once you get to this point, you'll realize how easy it is. But you just got to get to the point, and you will get to the point. Your hair looks real pretty. Thank you. All right, no questions? Yeah, you got to constantly move the hair out the way. Once you get towards the top, it just be so much hair in the way. So you got to constantly move the hair out the way. What hair products do you use on virgin hair? Really, like the hair that I'm wearing right now, I don't use any products in it. I just wash my hair with shampoo. I hardly ever use conditioner. You just wash it and go. I haven't washed this hair in about a month though. I've been meaning to wash it. I just haven't washed it. Um, Virgin hair should be effortless. It should be like get up and go, and shouldn't require too many products. Now I do sell curly hair as well. So with curly hair, people like for their curly hair to be defined. So I like to use a combination of water and conditioner in a spray bottle. When I have curly hair extensions, or sometimes I like to use gel just to get the hair extra defined. But typically when it comes to virgin hair, you really don't need products because your virgin hair is of a good quality, and it really should be like get up and go. It should be like effortless. Shouldn't require too many products. If you're using raw hair, your raw hair might require some products, because sometimes raw hair gets frizzy, so you might want to use like a lightweight oil, like an argan oil, to put on the hair just so the hair doesn't look as frizzy with raw hair. But virgin hair, you really shouldn't have to use any products. Unless it's like a curly hair and you just want the hair to be super defined. Why did you stop selling raw hair? There's really no reason. That particular company, I stopped that company because I stopped believing in myself. I didn't think I could do it. And I didn't have a plan. So there's no reason why I stopped selling raw hair. I just stopped selling hair altogether. And that was with my first hair company. And then when I started up a hair business again, I really was just specializing in curly hair, which I found from my vendor. A lot of raw hair companies don't have curly hair because their hair is not naturally curly. So typically raw hair comes from India. Indian people don't have curly hair. So they will have to process the hair to get the hair to be curly. if it's raw. But it can't, technically it can't be considered raw hair if they processed it to make it curly. So because I was doing curly hair only, I couldn't really use raw hair. I really like the Marley hair and the kinkier hair. I haven't found them in bundles, only in crochet packs. Do you know where I can find that? I sell Afro kinky curly hair. You can find it the same way that you find vendors for regular hair. But you're looking for Afro textured hair. You're really asking for processed version hair, and vendors not really making that. They're not making it. The closest you can get is like kinky straight and Afro kinky curly. That's about the closest you can get. But they have to process. They are taking people who have straight hair and naturally wavy hair. They're taking that hair and they're processing it to make it kinky, to give it that texture. So it's going to be hard to come across that texture because nobody with that actual hair texture is cutting off their hair and selling it. So yeah, it's going to be harder to find a vendor that does like Marley type hair extensions, but they are out there. So you just have to search it the same way you search up any vendor. Is the same way you would search up a vendor like that. Y'all done got quiet in here after I made Jaden go take a bath. So it's better to stick with the crochet, at least for now. It's better to do what it is that you want to do. If you want to sell crochet hair, that's you. But if you're trying to sell virgin hair, then it would be best to find a vendor that can give you virgin hair that mimics that hair type that you're looking for. But it depends on what you want. It's your company. Hey, girl, these pajamas real comfortable. I think I got them from Romwe or Shein, the little Chinese little not wholesale, the little Chinese cheap clothes. I got the little pajama set for like $6, top and bottoms, and it's super comfortable. Cause you know pajama sets be costing $20 or more. I was just actually shocked that it actually fit. Cause sometimes when you order clothes from like Romwe and them Chinese companies, they don't be fitting, but it actually fit real good. So I was shocked. What's the difference in virgin hair and raw hair? I'm still confused. I always wonder how the companies process the hair, like what kind of things they use. I have to do my research. Yeah, you have to do your research. Okay, so raw hair and virgin hair, the difference is mainly how the hair is processed. So raw hair is any hair that's been cut off a human's head. So it's been cut off the head of a human. It's been treated for like basic stuff like lice and nits. So it's been treated to make sure the hair don't have, lice and nits, because you don't want to get no hair with lice. And it's been wefted, and that's pretty much it when it comes to raw hair. Now virgin hair is just raw hair that's been processed. So it's a little bit more that went into it. And yeah, just like somebody else said, raw hair is typically from a single donor. So yeah, raw hair is typically from a single donor. So it means if I went and cut off the hair off my head, I would be considered one donor, and they would use my hair to make one bundle or two bundles. Whereas virgin hair, they would take hair from my head and hair from your head, and then they might put both of those hairs together. Now the thing about it, I can have wavy hair and you can have wavy hair, but our wave pattern isn't going to be the same. So because they combine my wavy hair with your wavy hair, they now have to process it so that both hair come together and they both have the same exact hair pattern. So typically they process it with like a steam process. So now that they blended me and your hair together and it's just like a little friction because we have different wave patterns, they're not gonna ride the hair up and steam it with like hot water or something like that. And then now you have body wave hair because of how they rotted it. Or now you have deep wave hair because of how they rotted it and let it be steamed. So virgin hair is raw hair that has been processed. Raw hair hasn't been processed. It's only been treated for like lice and nicks and all. It's been treated, but it has not been processed. Is it good or bad if the bundles have 2 to 3 donors? It's not. It's not. It's not a bad thing if they have 2 to 3 donors. It's only bad is if the only way it's bad is if the hair is like starting to tangle. So if the hair is starting to tangle due to the hair coming from 2 to 3 donors, then that's considered bad hair. But it's all about if the cuticles are aligned. Like the vendors really have to take their time out to make sure the hair from the different donors aren't like causing friction and causing the hair to tangle. So it's all about how well your vendor knows how to put the hair together and make it to where the hair doesn't tangle. I'm just learning to sew. Any advice? I'm dying to sew on a wig cap, but I keep messing up. Um, my advice is when it comes to wig making, you just have to treat it. I keep using this analogy, but it is the best analogy that I can use. You have to look at it like riding a bike. If you're a beginner, you're not going to get it right away. You're going to constantly fall off your bike. So it's going to take you a few times before you learn how to ride your bike. But once you learn how to do it, you're set for life. So if it's your first time making a wig, just take it slow, get a lot of practice in. The more you practice, the better you're going to get. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just take it one day at a time, one step at a time. When the vendor sends you raw hair with knits, oh man, you had that. Yes. It's very common for that to happen with raw hair. It's very common, but it is a way to fix it. I think you have to get like a special comb to get the knits out. But typically, like it's not the lice and like the knits. It's not alive. Like it's been treated, so typically it's dead. It's just they weren't able to get it out the hair completely, so you just have to get it out the hair. But yeah, that is you know, that does happen. Most customers who purchase raw hair, they are very knowledgeable on raw hair. I mean, I would hope they're knowledgeable, so it's not a big deal if they find a knit or two. But you know, but I guess I mean I don't know. What's the difference between virgin hair and Malaysian hair? Um, well, you can't compare the two because Malaysian is a marketing name that was placed on the hair. So Malaysian is just a name. So you can't compare a name to an actual type of hair. I don't think the people in Malaysia are cutting off their hair. I don't think they're cutting off their hair. They just call it Malaysian hair because it sounds good. Typically, hair comes from India and China. And chances are it's mostly India. Does all your wigs fit all your customers' head well? Like, have you had any complaints from them not fitting? Yeah, sometimes I do have people say their wig is too small. I recently had a customer, I made her a wig with bangs, and she's a size 21 head circumference. And I even did a video of the wig perfectly fitting on a size 21. She even sent me images of her measuring her head, and her head was a size 21. But for some reason, the wig just was not fitting. So it's kind of like an odd case. It fits perfectly on my size 21 canvas head. She's measuring her head correctly, but the wig still isn't fitting. So it's kind of weird. The best thing to do when that happens is to just offer to fix it. So I did give her a return shipping label. Um, I'm very understanding of her issues. She's very understanding. Like we both really don't understand what happened. But I'm willing to fix it for her. I probably will end up making her going up a size. So instead of making her wig on the 21, I'm gonna make it on the 22. Even though she's measuring a 21, like I said, it's weird, but it does happen from time to time. Sometimes customers they don't correctly measure their head circumference. It happens. I think that's where customer service comes into play. Me, I will definitely offer to fix the customer's wig as long as like they didn't as long as they not like saying like they done worn the hair and had the hair for like 2 months and then now they want to come and say, oh, the wig don't fit. Like, of course I wouldn't do that. But if they like fresh out the package, open up the wig, put it on their head and it don't fit, then yeah, it happens. Because I mean, it's not an exact science. It's like when you take bra measurements. I used to work at Victoria's Secret. You can take a bra measurement on someone, but the measurement isn't 100% exact. That's why your customer still have to try on the wig. So I don't know if you've ever been to Victoria's Secret or ever worked at a store like that. That's why when we give a bra measurement, we still make the customer go in and actually try on the bra. Because even with the measurement, it still may be off because everybody's breast isn't shaped the same. Like you can't have a measurement and it works perfectly for 100% of women. So it's not an exact science. So sometimes when somebody does try something on, even with a measurement, it still might not fit. So it happens. You just use your good customer service voice. You type with your good customer service words, and you just let them know you will happily fix the issue for them. Can you do a video on how to ship orders from home? What software do you use to make and print the labels? I use ShipStation. It's connected to my website, so every time I get an order, it automatically transmits all information over to ShipStation. Um, Dang, I've been on live for a long time. I'm actually about to get off live soon.
That's not optional.
Yeah, I'm about to get off live soon.
It's not optional.
It's not optional. Okay, I'm getting off live soon.
Now.
Hold on, I gotta finish the wig. It's literally 2 more tracks.
So you're supposed to be in bed at 6 o'clock.
So, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I probably cannot do a video on how I ship packages because for me to show you the program and how I do it, you would end up seeing my customer's personal information. You would see their name, their address, possibly credit card information. So I can't show you the exact software that I use without showing my customer's information, and I don't want to do that. But it's just something that's hooked up to my website, and they transmit everything for me. I don't have to do anything but pay for the shipping label and print it out. Protecting your business from fraud, yes. I have a whole YouTube video about it. Hair also comes from, I can't even pronounce that place. They market it as Peruvian, Malaysian, Brazilian. A Chinese vendor told me that. That's what's up.
All the other stuff on the couch. Give me the tablet.
What software do you use to create your online class or course? I use Teachable.com. You have to pay to use their platform. So I think I pay $40 a month. Do you have any tips on protecting your business? Yeah, I have a YouTube video on how to protect your business from fraud. What software do you use to do your online class? Of course, hold on. I'm seeing the same questions twice. Look, I can't pronounce that.
Get this food that you did eat and put it in the trash.
Can you make a living selling wigs without a 9 to 5? Yes, you can.
All of it.
Very. You definitely can. Even right now, with customers provide their own hair, and I start my prices at
All of it.
$75. $75. So even if you made one wig a day
The bag. All of it.
for every day of the week, that's enough to live off of if it's just you, or maybe you and one child. But imagine making 2 wigs a day. So it's definitely doable.
Oh yeah. Put it in the trash and go to bed.
Alright, my Instagram live actually ended. And I'm not gonna, I can, because I'm just sewing the last few tracks. And then I'm gonna get off. Look, you can look at the wig for yourself. This is all I have left to
I don't
sew.
care about it.
Yeah, her hair was braided when she tried her wig on. And her braids were nice and flat too, so it happens. Hey.
That's not how to do it. Close.
What he did. What he did? He put an empty water bottle. Or did he empty it out and then put it in the refrigerator?
How would
I gotta put that steak back in the refrigerator. I was letting it thaw out because it was in the freezer, but we ended up getting dinner. So, how many wigs did you make? It depends. Some days I have 0 wigs to make. Some days I have 1. Some days I have 2. Some days I have 3. I'm not sure if anyone else asked this already, but is there a difference between Malaysian, Brazilian, Peruvian? The vendor I'm using did not specify. No, it's not a difference. They use those names for marketing purposes. They use it because it sounds good. If people are saying they want to feel, if people are asking for Malaysian hair, they just change the name of the hair to Malaysian. Typically, it's all the same hair. If Peruvian hair is popular, they're gonna call it hair Peruvian. So it's just for marketing purposes and giving people what they want. People just feel special when they can say their hair came from Malaysia. Like, it just makes people feel good about themselves. So you market the hair based off how it makes people feel. Do you sew your closure on first before the tracks? No, I sewed it on towards the end. I used to do it first, but I don't like to have all the hair in the way. So about 75% through the wig making process, I will sew the closure down or the frontal down. But I actually just sewed on my last track. So it looks like I was able to fit pretty much almost 5 bundles of hair. So out of all 5 bundles, this is what's left over. I still have to style the hair. I gotta bleach the knots. I gotta pluck the hairline, and I have to style the hair as well. But as far as making it on the sewing machine, that part is done. This wig is heavy. Did you ever find out why most bundles have red strands? I don't. I have not found out. Is it possible to have a drop shipping hair company? Yes. What type of wig cap do you typically use when you're doing wigs? I typically use a dome mesh cap. But y'all, I'm finna get off live. My boyfriend came back home, and I need to eat my dinner. But surprisingly, we got pretty much most of all 5 bundles on here. This wig does feel very heavy, though, I will say that much. I'm just cutting off loose thread. I don't really know if y'all can see the stitches. Y'all can't really see. It'd be hard for y'all to see on YouTube. But yeah, I need to lay there and eat. They use red strands as fillers. I thought so. So they can be cheap and use less hair. So that's what the strands are. They're adding it in as a filler because it's a filler and they don't have enough hair. I thought so. I think that's what I said the other day, that they probably like mixing in the hair, but I could not be 100% certain if that's what they do. So I thought that's what they do. I use the regular foot that already come on the sewing machine. Alright, y'all. I am logging off. I have to style the hair and stuff later. But this was a 6x6 closure. We were able to get 5 bundles on here in the closure. How you learn how to make a wig. You can start by looking at my YouTube videos on how to make a wig. It's actually plenty of YouTube videos on how to make a wig. Not just me. A lot of people have videos. So you can start there. Have you ever bleached hair that you are testing and you see black hair as the fillers? No, I've never had that experience. Alright, bye y'all. Y'all seen enough of me this weekend, huh? Bye. Bye y'all. Alright, YouTube, it's been real. I'm just happy I was able to come on here because I've been on live from Instagram this whole week. So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I have the same handle on Instagram, Everything Ebony. I typically go live on Instagram almost every other day, and I'm on there for at least 5 hours. So that's a good way to keep up with me every day. When I'm making wigs, I always go live to answer questions.